Welcome back to the Good Living Expert Series. And this is a place where you can get some really valuable information to take you forward in your business. With me today is Andrea Sager. Did I say your last name correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And Andrea is the CEO and founder of Legalpreneur, which is a platform that provides all the legal resources and services businesses need at every stage of business. And that is fantastic because most entrepreneurs have no idea what we might be doing wrong, what we should be looking out for, what we should have in place when it comes to legal matters. So I am so thankful to have you here with us today. And I'm just going to throw it open for whatever advice you can give us in the short time we have that can really help people like me who have no clue.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. So, really, it's called the core three, the three things that every single business owner needs. And every business will have additional needs on top of the three, but for the most part, every single business still has the same three needs. And that is your business entity, your contracts, and your intellectual property. When it comes to your entity, this is how you legally operate. A lot of people operate as a sole proprietor. If you're in the US, you're probably a sole proprietor, but you want to be an LLC as soon as possible, which is a limited liability company. This is what gets you protection to be individually protected. So if something happens in the business, they can't come after you personally, which means your house, your car, any personal assets, it's not up for grabs when you have the LLC because there's a degree of separation. Some people will hear, oh, just wait till you're making this amount of money, or just wait for this to file the LLC, you're too small. That's really, really bad advice. And I always highly suggest people file as quickly as possible because you never know what's going to happen at the beginning. And the goal is to grow, scale, make a lot more money. And if when you scale and grow, even though you're protected at that time, if you weren't protected when you were a lot smaller and something happened when you were a lot smaller, you don't get the LLC protection down the road. Even if you are an LLC at the time, the lawsuit may happen. So you want that LLC protection as quickly as possible. Next, we have contracts. Rule number one, don't be afraid to use it. Contracts are there to protect you and the other party. It is sometimes I'll hear people say, oh, I don't want to use a written contract because I don't want them to think I'm trying to pull one over on them, or it's just a handshake deal. I know them. No, 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 no. Even if you know the person, that's all the more reason to use the contract. It is there to protect you and them. Because so many times we want to just have a handshake deal, just make it all casual. But how many times does that turn sideways? More times than not. And if you don't have it on paper, you're literally not on the same page. And so you have to be on the same page about everything. And that's where the contracts come in. So, what contracts do you need? You have your privacy policy and terms and conditions. These go on your website. If you have a website at all, you have to have a privacy policy. Your terms are not quote unquote required by law, but still very highly suggested. And then, anytime money is changing hands, if you hire somebody, you pay somebody as a contractor, if you're paying somebody for this or that, anytime money's changing hands, you want to make sure there is a written agreement. Because, like I said, it's there to protect you and the other party. And then my favorite is intellectual property, IP. This is patents, trademarks, and copyrights. Patents, these are new inventions. Whole nother ball game. Actually, not something I cover, but if you ever need a patent referral, just let me know. Trademarks, this identifies your brand. So, brand name, logo, slogan, product name, a podcast name, a show name, a service name, anything that has a unique name within your business, it can be protected with a trademark. And then on the other hand, we have copyrights, which is your creative work, your content. Typically, it's the things that go inside of the things with a name. So, videos, blog posts, website website copy, long form captions. If you have a podcast, the podcast name is protected with a trademark. Each episode is protected with a copyright. There's a lot more to trademarks and copyrights, but I'll keep it as simple as possible for this.
Wow, that's a whole lot. I feel
Yeah.
like I gained so much in just a few minutes, so many things that we might miss. And
Yeah.
then, who knows, as you said, there might be a lawsuit just around the corner. That is really
Yeah.
scary. So I'm so thankful that you could join us today and give us these tips. And I think that this merits some other opportunity for you to dig into one of those areas a bit more, because
Mhm.
I know that there's probably so much to cover under each one of those three areas. So, thank you again, Andrea. We look forward to hearing more from you.
Thank
And
you.
definitely, anyone who has benefited from this, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it. Definitely share it. That's how we all lift each other up as business owners. And we are using this community to do that. So, thank you again, Andrea.
Thank
And
you.
thank you to our viewers for joining us.
Thank you.